Can Yhwach, King of the Quincy's, defeat Goku from Dragon Ball Z? The short answer is no, but obviously y'all are going to want me to break it down, so let's just get into it. Now, without a shadow of a doubt, his strongest feat is quite literally being able to absorb the power of the Soul King and contain it effortlessly in his body. More on that, he has the ability to quite literally destroy the three worlds and then remake it in his own image. The three worlds are either three planets or three universes that are quite literally separated by the precipice world, which is separated from time and space. From a low ball to high ball standpoint, it'd be anywhere from Uni Plus all the way up to 5D. And if you paid attention to any Goku scaling from the years, then you can pretty much obviously tell that Goku is going to shit stomp pretty easily when it comes to AP scaling. Base Goku in Dragon Ball Super has the ability to wipe out the entirety of the macrocosm. This is proven off of his Super Saiyan God state being able to clash with Beerus. These happen multiple times, sending shockwaves throughout the entirety of the macrocosm, threatening its existence. The macrocosm houses the other world, which is stated to be above time and space, both again dimensionally and conceptually. The dimensions in question being the living universe, which is quite literally an infinite spatial temporal axis, and when split apart into fours, it becomes four galactic quadrants, which are all infinite in nature. This would effectively get Goku anywhere from 5D all the way to Outerverse so casually. But that's not what you're here for. What you're really here for is you want to know if the Almighty can beat Goku. The Almighty is an ability that quite literally allows Yhwach access into all possible futures and all possible outcomes. It's essentially precog on crack. However, there is a giant asterisk in this statement. While the Almighty is one of the most powerful abilities in all of anime shit and all of fiction, it quite literally has its limits. The first of which being it is literally dependent on the person using it. Prime example of this is when Yhwach swaps abilities with Yhwach while he's sleeping, and it's openly shown that there are things that even he cannot perceive. And now notice how I did not say it's about power. I said it's about the person using it, because again, the Almighty is about someone's perceptive awareness and their extensiveness with it. So again, if there are things that lie beyond this person's perceptive abilities, it cannot be seen by the Almighty. A key example of this is when Yhwach is completely unable to see Mimihagi's appearance. Mimihagi being the left arm of the Soul King and being the part of him that actively governs stillness. Well, in case you can't already see the writings on the wall, I'm going to make it painfully obvious. Again, like I said it before, Yhwach's ability, the Almighty, is tied to perceptive awareness and how far and extensive that range goes. And while yes, Ichigo's true Bankai was more powerful than Yhwach, even with the Soul King absorbed, he still had the ability to perceive all of Ichigo's movements and his futures. Hence why he could still use the Almighty as a means of interacting with these futures and cutting Ichigo's Bankai in half. He could still see all of Ichigo's movements, he quite literally just couldn't physically react to it in that moment, so he went to all possible future moments and cut off his Bankai. I hope y'all are finally starting to get what I'm saying now. If you are above Yhwach's perceptive ability and his perceptive range, you can get past the Almighty. All you have to do is be a perception blitz level faster than him, and again, you will actively showcase that the Almighty can be passed. And considering how Goku has multiple immeasurable speed feats and even can be scaled to a relevant speed off of being outerversal in power, it's actively showcased that Yhwach is getting shit stomped. So no, the Almighty will not work on Goku. Yhwach cannot beat Goku, and if I'm being brutally honest, anyone saying that he can, run my fade, please, kindly.